Hello viewers, myself is Dr. Neeta and you are watching my channel Learn Literature with Dr. Neeta. So let us begin today's topic.
Hello dear students, today we will learn about poetic drama. As it is a well-known fact that both poetry and prose can be used as the medium of expression. And poetry was used as a medium of expression initially in drama. But because of the certain causes and certain needs, prose began to be used as a medium of expression in drama. Later on, when people like T.S. Eliot found prose an unsuitable medium for expression, they again adopted poetry as a medium of expression in poetic drama. So, in this display of video, we would discuss about what is poetic drama and the conditions which were responsible for the revival of poetic drama, and we would also discuss about the examples of poetic drama. So let us begin. First is what is poetic drama. The term poetic drama applies to plays written in verse or in a poetic form of prose during 19th and 20th centuries. So this kind of drama became popular during 19th and 20th century. In earlier times, for a very long period, all plays throughout Europe were composed in verse. As I told you previously, plays were composed in verse, and tragedy continued to be so written long after. But prose had been adopted as the medium for comedy. So tragedies have been written in the medium of poetry for a long time, but in comedy prose began to be used. English masters such as Marlowe, Shakespeare and Ben Jonson abundantly used verse as the medium of expression in their plays during Renaissance period of Elizabethan age. Later efforts were made by romantics like Wordsworth, Shelley and Byron, but they could not do justice with the form. The major thing in a play is related to two things. One is the poetic expression for which a poet is essential, and another is the technique, dramatic technique, for which the knowledge of drama and its technique and the knowledge of theatre is also essential. But these poets, Wordsworth, Shelley, Byron, though they wrote plays, but they were not very successful because all these three were basically poets, not dramatists. That is why they couldn't adopt the dramatic techniques very well. After that, conscious efforts were made to restore the medium of poetry on the stage. After romantics, other poets also tried that this medium could be adopted for drama. So here is the story of the revival of the poetic drama. Prose drama of Ibsen, Shaw, Galsworthy, they were the poets of late 19th, they were the dramatists rather should I say, of late 19th and early 20th century. So the dramas of Ibsen, Shaw and Galsworthy kept the stage vibrant up to early and mid-20s. Along with their prose, realistic play, another type of drama began to be adopted in 1920s. What happened that these playwrights, Shaw and Galsworthy, they were writing the plays which were called the realistic play. Prose was abundantly used in those plays, and prose was considered to be a fit medium to express the reality of on the stage. But simultaneously, what happened? Even at that time, another type of drama also began to be adopted in Europe during 1920s, and these dramas were the poetic dramas. Now the question arises, what is the difference between the prose drama and poetic drama? So the prose drama aimed merely at naturalistic realism. This was the term which was very popular when Shaw and Galsworthy were writing. That was naturalistic realism they adopted. It means it was the stark realism which they tried to present on the stage. And that is why the dramas were completely avoiding the romantic and poetic elements. So in those dramas, romantic and poetic elements were found missing, as there is no role to be played by imagination, and the exact reality was presented on the stage. That is why its appeal was limited to the mind. It means the audience mind was appealed by the drama, and emotional appeal remained negligible. In these conditions, the poetic drama was revived, and in a way it is a reaction against the naturalistic prose plays. The dramatists like Stephen Phillip, John Mansfield, Gordon Bottomley, James Flicker, and John Drinkwater experimented in poetic drama and prepared ground for T.S. Eliot. So there were a number of dramatists during 20th century who were using poetry as the medium of expression. Some of the names I have mentioned, but the basic thing was that they were basically poets, and that is why the dramatic techniques remained a neglected part in their poetic dramas. So they could not be successful on the stage. So what happened? They were writing, but they were not very successful in reviving the poetic play on the stage. W.B. Yeats, Lady Gregory, J.M. Synge also contributed by writing poetic plays and established Abbey Theatre in Dublin to encourage the poets and playwrights. So a number of other notable figures like W.B. Yeats, he was also a poet, Lady Gregory, J.M. Synge, they also wrote poetic plays. It means when T.S. Eliot came on the stage, he already had a well-prepared model, or he already had a well-prepared foundation on which he developed poetic plays. And Abbey Theatre was also opened merely to motivate the playwrights who were writing poetic plays. Now, T.S. Eliot came to the stage, or came on the scene. T.S. Eliot established the tradition of poetic plays both through his theory of poetic drama and practice of writing poetic drama. So one thing which is very notable about T.S. Eliot, that he not only wrote poetic dramas, rather he also propounded a theory with which he can establish poetic drama on the stage. He re-established its reputation by clarifying the misconception about verse drama. So whatever misconceptions were there regarding verse or poetic drama, he tried to make them clear through his theory, and whatever theory he has given, he was also trying to practice it when he was writing his poetic plays. He also tried to prove its superiority over prose drama. One thing he has also done, that he compared both poetic drama and prose drama, and he tried to establish the fact that poetic dramas are better in comparison to prose drama. His famous plays are The Murder in Cathedral. It is a first full-length poetic play. Family Reunion, Cocktail Party, Confidential Clerk, and Elder Statesman. Now, if we look at this slide, we would find what is the difference between the poetic drama and the prose drama. So, the prose drama deals with the outermost reality related to the problems of life. So, prose drama is dealing with the outermost reality. It means whatever is there on the stage, that is the representation of reality of life. Whatever can be observed by the dramatist has been presented on the stage. While the poetic drama deals with the unchanging spiritual reality of life. It means as he was a poet, the dramatist was also a poet. He was able to peep into the reality of soul, the spiritual reality, and that spiritual reality is projected on the stage. In prose dramas, contemporary social problems and men's helplessness amidst these are the thematic concerns. So, in prose drama, basically the social problems and men's position, helpless position in amongst those social conditions has been expressed, while in poetic drama, perennial themes like man's emotional and psychic reality leading to spiritual anguish are dealt with. Basically, the problems related to mind, the problem related to the psyche of the person, the emotional stress, everything was dealt with in the poetic drama. In prose drama, characters are realistically portrayed, while in poetic drama, characters are more vehement, emotional, and impressive than real life characters. It means they are not realistically portrayed, rather, the element, emotional element is always overpowering them, and they appear to be more vehement. In prose drama, socio-economic problems and their causes, consequences, etc. predominate. So, in prose drama, the center of attraction of the dramatist was the social problem. The main purpose of the dramatist was to project that problem with which the character is suffering, while in poetic drama, emotions predominate in the life of character. His emotional state, his emotions are at the center of the stage. These are not the problems of the society, rather the emotional state of the character is mainly represented on the stage. In prose drama, everything is expressed in a straightforward manner. It is a realistic kind of drama. So whatever is going to be said, it is said in a straightforward and direct manner. While in poetic drama, as it is the expression of emotions or feelings, symbolism is used to make the text rich and impressive. Symbolism was not there. Everything was said in a direct manner. While in poetic drama, symbols were used which were expressive of the different states of character's mind. In prose drama, dialogues are in prose, and in poetic drama, dialogues are in a suitable verse form, blank verse or free verse. Now, here are a few examples of poetic drama. I have already told a number of dramas written by T.S. Eliot in the previous slide. Now, the other dramatist, J.M. Syn's Riders to the Sea. It is a very famous drama. John Drinkwater's Abraham Lincoln, W.H. Auden's Dance of Death, Isher Wood's Ascent of F6 and Across the Frontiers are a few examples of poetic drama. I think you would be able to understand poetic drama in that manner. So thanks for patience listening.